Cannabis gummies. How to make cannabis gummies using a homogenizer to have consistent and exactly measured gummies every time. To start, you will need these ingredients for your recipe. Cannabis or CBD oil extract. This can be raw oil full spectrum, Rick Simpson oil, distillate, shatter, rosin, or isolate powder. If you're using shatter or rosin, you might need to decarb your extract by heating it up to 120 degrees Celsius or 248 degrees Fahrenheit before adding it to your gummy mix. Drink mix, also known as drink crystals. You can also use fruit syrup instead of drink crystals by replacing the powder and using less water. Today we are going to be using strawberry kiwi. If you live in Canada, you can buy this at your local bulk barn. If you live in the US or anywhere else in the world, you can purchase drink crystals online or at your local grocery store. Citric acid adds a tangy or sour flavor to gummy bears, balancing the sweetness of the sugar and corn syrup. This sourness can enhance the overall taste and make the candy more appealing to consumers. Citric acid acts as a preservative, helping to extend the shelf life of gummy bears. It inhibits the growth of microorganisms and mold, preserving the quality of the candy over time. Sugar. You can use any type of sugar, regular or organic. The combination of sweetness and the other ingredients in the candy formulation creates a well-balanced and enjoyable taste. Add 600 milliliters of cool water to your pot. Add the ingredients to your water and mix until everything is dissolved. Corn syrup. You can find this online, bulk barn, or grocery store. Corn syrup contributes to the texture and chewiness of gummy bears. It prevents the candy from becoming too hard or too soft, creating the characteristic gummy texture that people enjoy. It also prevents crystallization. Corn syrup helps prevent the crystallization of sugar in the candy mixture. Crystallization can result in a grainy texture, which is undesirable in gummy bears. Corn syrup helps keep the candy smooth and gummy. Gelatin. A very common ingredient in gummies and jellies is gelatin. It gives gummy bears a delightfully bouncy texture. Add the gelatin to your water and mix until everything is mostly dissolved. Stir the mixture for about 5 minutes until the mix is viscous. Let the mixture sit for about 10 minutes. Then place the pot on the stove on medium heat. Stir the gelatin slowly while it starts to melt, and get the temperature up to 40 degrees Celsius or 104 degrees Fahrenheit. Once everything is dissolved, let your mixture sit for about 30 minutes. You will notice white foam building up on top of your mixture. Remove the foam. Removing all the foam is important. You don't want any foam in your gummy mix because it will end up rising to the top of your gummy bears when you fill your gummy bear molds. Potassium sorbate is an effective preservative that helps inhibit the growth of molds, yeasts, and certain bacteria. Gummy bears, like many other confectionery products, are prone to microbial spoilage, especially due to their high sugar content. Potassium sorbate helps extend the shelf life of gummy bears by preventing the growth of spoilage microorganisms. Consumers with specific dietary preferences or concerns about preservatives may choose to opt for gummy bears that use alternative preservation methods or have shorter shelf lives. You don't need to use preservatives as long as you keep the gummy bears in the fridge. Now you're ready to mix your cannabis or CBD extract with your gummy bear recipe. Add your gummy bear mixture to your mixing container. Make sure not to create any foam or bubbles when adding your gummy bear recipe to your container. Remember to keep your mix warm between 30 and 35 degrees. This will help your cannabis extract dissolve quicker during mixing. You can now start mixing using your homogenizer. There are a few different types of homogenizers on the market, and some can be a bit pricey. It would be best to do your research before purchasing a homogenizer. The model I'm using today is the CAT X120, a handheld homogenizer with a coarse viscosity disperser shaft. A homogenizer is a mixer used to create a uniform and even mixture by forcing material through a narrow, confined space. Multiple forces such as turbulence and cavitation, in addition to high pressure, are used to distribute the contents of a solution evenly. When using your homogenizer, start with a low speed and build your way up, so as not to break your equipment. Run the homogenizer for no longer than 3 minutes. You don't want to overheat the unit. Stir your gummy bear mixture thoroughly, so not to leave any oil at the bottom of the container. The total mixing time should be around 10 minutes. You can now finally start filling your gummy bear molds. This batch of gummy bear mix had a 1 liter or 32 ounce total. I'm using this gummy bear mold I found online. The brand is called the Modern Gummy, and each gummy bear contains 1.5 milliliters of liquid. There are 63 gummy bears in each mold, and the total amount of gummy bears for this batch will be 670. You will need 11 molds. At 10.5 grams, or 10,500 milligrams of cannabis extract, each gummy bear will have between 15 and 16 milligrams total. You can make your batch stronger by adding more cannabis extract, but the gummy bears will taste bitter. And that's how you make consistent cannabis gummy bears using a homogenizer. Until next time, subscribe for more lessons about cannabis. Thank you for watching.